This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Thursday, the 23rd day of November in the year 2023. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. With many residents in the neighboring communities with Venezuela expressing fear in wake of that country's planned referendum claiming two-thirds of Guyana, President Irfanali flew into Mabaruma this morning, accompanied by the top brass of the Guyana Defense Force and the Guyana Police Force, to reassure the residents that all will be well. The president also visited several bordering communities in the region. The residents in the region expressed concern over the buildup of military activities on the Venezuelan side of the border. While engaging the residents this morning, the president said he does not believe that there will be a military confrontation between the two countries, but he assured them that Guyana is taking nothing for granted and is constantly keeping its international partners updated on the developments.
We know that there's a lot of tension based on the rhetoric from Venezuela, based on the type of statement that is coming out of Venezuela, and the attitude of the Venezuelan authorities leading up to the referendum. Now, we are not in any way, shape or form taking anything for granted. So everything that is required of us as a people, as a government, the military, we are in a state of preparedness.
The president told the residents that Guyana's position has been consistent, that the border controversy must be settled peacefully at the International Court of Justice. But on the border, the president said apart from physical monitoring, there is also monitoring by technology. He said an analysis was done by the Guyana Defense Force, and based on that analysis, systems have been put in place.
But I want to assure you that behind the scenes, in addition to the physical men and women you're seeing on the ground, there's a lot more work that is going on. So as the situation unfolds, as the analysis continues, they will determine what strength and what level of physical presence they need, what level of asset they need.
Meanwhile, the Chief of Staff of the Guyana Defense Force, Brigadier Omar Khan, who accompanied the president, said while there are genuine concerns in relation to activities on the border, there are also lots of rumors and speculation. The statement by the Chief of Staff was supported by the president, who said that Guyana is listening carefully to the rhetoric coming from Venezuela and does not want to sound alarm bells. President Ali also pointed out to the residents of Region 1 that Guyana's regional and international partners are on standby for any reckless action by Venezuela. He said several countries have made known their strong support for the current ICJ process, while others have declared their non-support of the acts of aggression from neighboring Venezuela. A number of government and opposition officials are expected to travel across the country in the coming weeks to ensure that the population is regularly updated with all the developments related to the border controversy. The government has warned against the sharing of Venezuelan propaganda material, while it is moving to roll out an aggressive public information campaign. More news coming up in just a moment.
My lord, I just love to shop in this store. My customers, them gonna love all these things. So many different things in one place. Household items, electronics, toys, stationery, confectionery, exercise equipment, shoes and clothes for men, women and children, school things, costume, jewelry, perfume, makeup. Oh, look, the makeup!
Giftland Office Max, Guyana's favorite department store.
Your time to win big. The Massey Store's Christmas jackpot promotion is back and bigger than before. Spend $5,000 at any Massey Stores to be the lucky winner of a brand new MGZS and fantastic weekly store prizes from now until January 31st, 2024. What are you waiting for? Head to your nearest Massey Stores to shop now. See our Facebook and Instagram pages for more details. Massey Stores, our family serving your family.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Bust the flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors, that me crave for. We're full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Bust the flavors. Bust the flavors.
It's back again! The Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Make My Wish Come Through Christmas promotion is here. What are you wishing for this Christmas? It's another exciting Christmas promotion designed with you, our members, in mind. This Christmas, you can win big household appliances ranging from a fridge, washing machine, gas cooker, dining table, television sets, and much more. Here's how you can be a part of our Christmas promotion. You must be a member of the credit union in good standing. You must have an existing loan or must have taken your first loan with the credit union. You must fill out a coupon with your information clearly marked. Coupons for this promotion can be uplifted from our head office at Lot 45 Hatfield Street, Georgetown, or from any one of our regional representatives countrywide. Promotion runs from October 30th to December 15, 2023. What are you wishing for this Christmas? GPSCCU, people helping people.
Let's tell you now that the Executive Director of the Amerindian People's Association, Jean LaRose, has made a plea for the indigenous communities that border Venezuela to be kept up to date via official channels of communications. She has acknowledged that because some of the residents in those communities do not speak English, many of them are becoming even more fearful. The APA head made those comments at last evening's public forum on the border controversy, which was organized and hosted by the University of Guyana as part of its Stay in Talk series.
Our people are scared because they don't know what is happening. They don't know that a referendum, for example, is about to take place. They don't know what the referendum means. They don't know if the referendum is successful, what will happen.
Ms. LaRose said there is a lot of rumor mongering in the hinterland communities, but it is difficult to differentiate fact from fiction in many cases, based on what is being witnessed by residents there. She said the lack of information has been heightening the fear.
So you're left to guess as to what the situation may be, and you're left to put together in your thoughts what may happen. Some people remember Ankoko, and I guess you'd remember that too. Ankoko, which the Venezuelans call Anacoko, once belonged to Guyana, now it's occupied, right? I was a little child when Ankoko was occupied, and I remember fear at that time. We are living through a time now when our communities, the younger generation, I fall in that older generation too, the younger generation are now feeling that fear, and they're asking questions, and they're wondering what to do, and they want to move from their communities, and they want to stock up on food supplies. Our people need answers.
The APA Executive Director also said residents are looking for assurances from their leaders.
I want to encourage our people. Stay in your homes. That is what you own. Stay on your lands. That is what you own. That is what the patrimony of your ancestors, of your forefathers. Stay, guard it.
Hours after those comments from Ms. LaRose last evening, President Fernandez this morning flew into Region 1 and visited several bordering communities, reassuring the residents that all is well. Senior military officials from the Guyana Defense Force and the Brazil Armed Forces are meeting here in Guyana for their 26th regional meeting of military exchange. The meeting is being hosted at a time when there is heightened tension at Guyana's border with Venezuela. owing to a buildup of Venezuelan troops and a planned referendum by the neighboring country to strengthen its claim of Guyana's Essequibo region. Brazil has been a strong supporter of Guyana in the border controversy. In a statement, GDF Chief of Staff Brigadier Omar Khan noted the enduring and mutually beneficial friendship between Guyana and Brazil, while highlighting the shared values of the two countries, including their democratic practices and respect for international law. The Chief of Staff also emphasized that the meeting goes beyond military cooperation, since it adds value to regional stability and peace, and he expressed the importance of collaboration in maintaining a secure and peaceful region. Leading the visiting delegation from the Brazilian Armed Forces, Commander of the 1st Jungle Infantry, Major General Paulo Santa Barba, expressed his pleasure at being in Guyana for the meeting. He highlighted the significance of sharing concerns, intentions, and capabilities to ensure the continued safety of the region. Major General Santa Barba emphasized the interconnected nature of regional security, stating that an issue affecting one country could have repercussions for all. And the commander of the 1st Infantry Battalion of the Guyana Defense Force, Colonel Michael Shahoud, is leading the local delegation. The annual meeting between Guyana and Brazil focuses on various mutually beneficial areas, including border security, the operational environment, and issues arising at the Bonfim-Lethem border. The GDF said the military exchange is just one facet of the long-standing diplomatic relations between Guyana and Brazil, which dates back to 1968. According to the Guyana Defense Force, the military exchange meeting underscores the commitment of both Guyana and Brazil to collaborative efforts in ensuring regional security, peace, and prosperity. Prime Minister of Guyana, retired Brigadier Mark Phillips, has informed South American leaders that Venezuela's planned referendum could jeopardize the stability in the region. Venezuela is moving ahead with that planned referendum on the 3rd of December, seeking to boost its claims of Guyana's Essequibo region. While addressing the inaugural South American dialogue meeting between defense and foreign ministers in Brazil on Wednesday, Prime Minister Phillips said that by challenging Guyana's territorial sovereignty, the upcoming referendum poses an existential threat to the country. He told the South American ministers that Guyana has turned to the International Court of Justice seeking provisional measures to prevent an escalation, pending the court's binding judgment on the underlying boundary controversy. The Prime Minister also outlined Guyana's commitment to the peaceful settlement of disputes and the need to uphold the principles of international law, while emphasizing the crucial role of regional cooperation in ensuring peace and security. Prime Minister Phillips referenced the need to follow the UN Charter and international law as a guarantee for peace, stressing the critical importance of peaceful conflict resolution. And he also explained that as an incoming non-permanent member of the UN Security Council, Guyana stands prepared to confront existing and emerging threats to international peace and security in a principled manner.
Get them, Reggie. Show them what bees do. Show them, okay.
It's nothing to laugh about 14. November 25 and 26. Tickets are $1,500, $2,500, and $3,000.
You, on the other hand, owe me for since last month when you credit the bag of rice and pepper season and the extra small corn.
Guyanese women from across the country are being empowered to take advantage of the many opportunities presented by the oil and gas industry. Entrepreneurial, leadership, procurement, and management are some of the training programs that women continue to have access to through the Center for Local Business Development and workshops hosted by companies in the industry. As oil production increases, so will these opportunities for Guyanese women.
Come on now, ping pong chairs, choo-choos, amazing, taste so good. Feed your cravings, chocolate rich, you'll be craving more. And more, and more, and more, here comes the crave. Ping pong chairs and choo-choos, feed your cravings, you know you want to. Here comes the crave.
Choo-choo heaven. Guyana, get ready! It's the 61st National School Cycling, Swimming and Track and Field Championships from November 26th through December 1, 2023, hosted by the Ministry of Education and the Guyana Teachers Union. The moment you've been waiting on is here. Come and see top student athletes and teachers from 15 sporting districts compete in intense rivalry. Come and enjoy cycling at the National Park Georgetown, swimming at the National Aquatic Center Lilliandale, November 27. And from November 28 to December 1, you can witness the track and field action at the National Track and Field Center Lenora, West Coast Demerara. The action starts 10 hours. The National Championships, where stars are born. Sponsored by Rainforest Water, Vitamalt, Powerade, Malta Supreme, Triscuits, Demico Ice Cream, Digital Guyana, and Impressions.
Citizens across the country continue to reject Venezuela's claims to Guyana's Essequibo region, with many of them reminding that the border dispute was settled more than 120 years ago. Between the early holiday shopping period, several persons shared their views on the rising of the tensions and the controversy with News Source Today. Here in Georgetown, a pensioner, Barbara Joyce, said Guyana's position is simple, and Venezuela has no right to the Essequibo region.
Venezuela has no claim to this country. Maduro is just a covetous man. Venezuela is twice Guyana's size. What more space he need? Guyanese need it. And Essequibo doesn't belong to Venezuela.
Weighing in on the controversy, another city resident, Segret Stevens, said citizens must come together to remind a bullying neighbor that the matter was settled.
I don't think that is right. It's not right. It's our country. And we can't give them not a blade of grass.
According to senior citizen Maurice John, Venezuela should back down. He said for more than 3 decades, Venezuela accepted the arbitral award, but later resurrected his claims.
Guyana is Guyana. Let Venezuela pack and leave. We don't got nothing for them. The agreement what they make there, the man posthumously declared that after. When he did it, then the movement talk about claim, you know. Then they opened the letter. Easy as so on record, so they can keep that.
And maintaining that the neighboring country has no rights to the Essequibo region, Simone Roberts said, while the controversy has existed for more than a century, she believes Venezuela's renewed aggression is an effort to prevent Guyana from exploring and taking advantage of its oil wealth.
The government and everybody knew what was happening. And the first thing since to start drawing eyes from this country, they're supposed to start securing military to deal with it, because it is something that is always happening in Guyana.
Meanwhile, a former member of the Guyana Coast Guard, Sean Henry, who described Venezuela as barefaced, told News Source that he is prepared to defend Guyana's territorial integrity.
I think it's a very serious issue because growing up as a little child, I learned that Essequibo belongs to Guyana, and geographically, looking at the map, it shows that it's a territory for Guyana. After signing to the agreement in 1999 and 1899, sorry, and then it's 1906, I think, between 1902 and 1906, they ratified that arrangement. So Venezuela is very, I feel, a barefaced. They're just trying to claim the territory because it's not with the mineral wealth and all these different things. And as an ex-soldier, serving time in the Guyana Defense Force Coast Guard, went around the waterways of Guyana. You know, I strongly believe that every citizen of this country, especially who serve in the military, should stand up and defend the territorial integrity of our country.
And in many of the bordering communities, residents have expressed some fear over the buildup of Venezuelan troops on their side of the border and the upcoming Venezuelan referendum on the Essequibo region. For Dean Williams, he believes there is nothing to fear.
I think it's going to remain real. History never recorded on it, so you know, actually a Venezuelan told me next year election Maduro is going to lose it, so he's just panicking about something. And in the park about 2 weeks ago, No, but things ain't getting better for them, so that's a distraction.
The border controversy between Guyana and Venezuela is currently before the International Court of Justice. Guyana has maintained that the arbitral award of 1899 is valid and has taken the matter to the International Court for a final juridical settlement of the controversy. This evening, the Ministry of Housing has launched an investigation into allegations that a number of its staff members have been involved in a bribe for house lot scam. Over the past number of days, several allegations have been leveled by persons on social media against Ministry of Housing staffers. In some of the claims, persons allege that they were forced to pay bribes to be allocated house lots from the ministry. Some persons provided details, text messages, and even photographs of the staffers at the ministry who facilitated the allocation of house lots for bribery payment. In a statement today, the Permanent Secretary of the Housing Ministry, Bishram Kupen, said he has taken note of the allegations of corruption leveled against the Housing Ministry staffers, adding that the ministry is committed to maintaining the highest standards of integrity and service and will treat the allegations with utmost seriousness. The Permanent Secretary also issued a call for anyone with solid evidence to provide the information to the police or the Ministers of Housing or the Permanent Secretary. He promised that all information will be treated with strict confidentiality. He also reassured the public that the Ministry of Housing and Water will not condone any form of unethical behavior or corruption, and said any employee who is found to be engaged in corrupt transactions will face serious disciplinary action and also the full force of the law. The Housing Ministry said it has now intensified monitoring in the activities in the areas identified to ensure that all procedures are strictly followed. The Ministry of Housing also reminded members of the public that applications for house lots are processed directly at the ministry and its regional offices by authorized employees. The Permanent Secretary made it clear that no middleman or external agent works on behalf of the ministry. In the courts, a US-based Guyanese man and another man who was a resident here in Guyana were charged on Wednesday in connection with a shipment of several guns and a quantity of ammunition in a barrel from the US to Guyana. Appearing before Magistrate Cheryl Isaacs Marcus, 56-year-old Atlanta, Georgia resident Andrew Fraser and 33-year-old Skyhawk Park resident Rayon Williams pleaded not guilty to the charges of trafficking in firearms and trafficking in ammunition. The court was told that a large quantity of guns, which included a number of 9mm pistols and a rifle and several rounds of ammunition, were discovered stashed in a barrel that arrived at the city wharf from the US last Friday. Based on investigations and tracing the origin of the barrel, police investigators were able to track down the two accused. A wanted bulletin was initially issued for the US-based man, but he was located in Guyana and immediately taken into custody. After listening to the facts of the case, the presiding magistrate refused to offer bail to the two suspects and remanded them both to jail until the 6th of December, when the matter will continue.
I trust out. And you trusting me out little more when you asking all them questions.
It's nothing to laugh about 14, November 25 and 26.
You owe me too. May know what you think about this sugar bowl and come for free?
Tickets are $1,500, $2,500, and $3,000.
It's a catty tell me she was a daddy funeral. So I say no, I gonna roll up and I gonna meet she and I gonna deal with she right there.
Nothing to laugh about 14.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial and aerial transportation. Guy Oil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Food Max Supermarket, located on the ground floor of the Giftland Mall, is your one-stop shop for all your grocery needs. We stock a variety of imported frozen meat and food products, fresh produce, and pet supplies, freshly made bread. Rotisserie chicken and patties are also available daily. Shop in comfort today at Food Max and let our courteous staff assist you in satisfying your shopping needs. Food Max, the fresh food specialist.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Look who's in the mix now. The new Buster Soda Water. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 artificial flavors. 100% refreshing. Taste Buster Soda Water today. Buster Soda Water. Now available for only $120.
With your regional and international news tonight, I'm Svetlana Marshall. In the region, the government of Suriname has declared 2 days of national mourning, Thursday and Friday, in connection with Monday's tragic mining disaster in the Brokopondo district to the south, which claimed the lives of a number of illegal gold miners. The festivities in connection with Independence Day on November 25 have also been adjusted. The Suriname Police Force announced in an update on Wednesday that the death toll has risen from 14 to 15. The incident took place around 3 p.m. local time on Monday when a mine collapsed at an area where gold miners were operating illegally, burying an unknown number of people. A man who survived the tragedy has been admitted to the intensive care unit of a hospital in the capital with serious injuries. A German tourist is missing after a shark attacked her in waters near West End in the Bahamas on Tuesday. According to police reports, the woman was participating in a diving excursion in the Tiger Beach area when she encountered the shark. After briefly surfacing, she disappeared and has not resurfaced since. Only her diving equipment has been recovered as rescue efforts continue, police said. This follows another incident in August when the police found the body of a man floating at the Saunders Beach with injuries they said were consistent with a shark attack. In June, an American woman was attacked by a shark in waters south of Taino Beach, Grand Bahamas. And finally tonight, international news. The Rainbow Bridge connecting the U.S. and Canada near Niagara Falls remains closed for a second day following a deadly car explosion. The Wednesday morning incident triggered a major security scare on the eve of Thanksgiving. A husband driving the car and his wife were killed, and a U.S. border agent was injured. New York's governor ruled out terrorism, but many unknowns remain, including the identity of the couple. The explosion happened at around 11:30 hours on Wednesday, causing serious disruption on one of the busiest travel days of the year ahead of American Thanksgiving. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.